Assalamualaikum. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to today's session, Sinergi Ulum Peringkat Kebangsaan with all the excellent teachers we have from all over Malaysia. So today 3 p.m. on the 22nd of July, we are having English, okay? English subject for today's slot. So before that, let me introduce myself. So my name is Teacher Raja Nadia. Okay, so I will be your moderator for today. So thank you so much for being here. Give yourself a clap, tap yourself at the back because it's not easy. It's holiday, okay? School holiday. So you are good enough to be here. So please prepare all your books, your notebooks, your pencil, your pen, erasers, and focus, okay? You can have anything to munch with you, water to drink, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask at the comment box, chat box, okay? So let me start with a small activity, okay? Can everybody prepare in front of your laptop, your computer, and your handphones? What I want you to do is, can you listen to this? So I'm going to introduce myself and introduce yourself at the chat box, okay? Hello, hello. What's your name? Hello, hello. What's your name? My name is Nadia. Write your name in the chat box. Nice to meet you. Okay, so today we'll be having two excellent English teachers. One is we start with one, okay? Let me introduce you to ta-da! Everybody say hi to teacher Zarina. Say hello.
Hi
Okay.
everyone.
So teacher Zarina is from Penang. She is teaching in SMK Mak Mandin. So this year she has been teaching for 18 years. Okay, 18 years of teaching experience. So she is very experienced. Okay, you are very lucky. I am honored to be here. Okay, so she obtained her diploma education in English Language Studies from Maktab Perguruan Persekutuan Pulau Pinang. Okay, currently known as IPG Campus Pulau Pinang. Okay, so she is currently pursuing her master's degree in TESOL at UKM Bagi. She is also a Google certified educator and certified Microsoft innovative educator, and her areas of interest are ICT in English language teaching and learnings as well as Google applications. Okay, so our second teacher for today is, okay, ta-da! Say hello
Hi, hello.
to teacher Mohana. Okay, so he is from Ipoh. Okay, he is teaching in Methodist Girls Secondary School. He holds a postgraduate degree from the University of Nottingham. He is currently a doctoral candidate in University Utara Malaysia. His journey of 1,000 miles into teaching began 17 years ago, and he wears multiple hats as a teacher, a debater, storyteller, materials writer, YouTuber, blogger, and researcher. So like I said, all of us are very lucky to have these very wonderful two teachers with us. Okay, so before we start, do you want to sing another song? Is everybody okay with that?
Okay.
Okay, I think, okay, I think you know this song. Okay, let me see. Okay, this song goes, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest, you could be the world, you could be the war. You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks, you can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself standing in the Hall of Fame. Asyik do this. The world's gonna know your name. The ground and the fire's flame. And the world's gonna know your name. You be in the halls of the Hall of Fame. Okay, so everybody, let's do this. Okay, we'll start with teacher Zarina.
Okay, everyone. Hello, hi, how are you? Okay. So today I will start my session. Okay. And good afternoon to everyone. I'm teacher Zarina, and together with us today is teacher Mohana. Okay, we will be sharing some tips in answering SPM Paper 2 writing. I will be discussing part 1 and part 2, and Sir Mohana will be doing part 3. Okay. Okay, the first two tasks, okay, email and essay, are obligatory, and the third task is chosen by the candidates of either report, review, article, or story. Okay. Okay, first, let us take a look at part 1. What do you all know about this part? Yes, it is a short communicative message where it requires you to write an email to a friend.
Teacher, can you
Okay,
show your
next.
slides?
Again.
Can you share your screen? We still can't see the slides.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, yeah.
Okay. Okay, got
Yes.
it. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Shall I go to the previous slide? Okay. Okay, this is part 1. Okay. On short communicative message, which is the email. Okay, so we'll be focusing on this one first. Okay. And then okay, what do you all know about part 1? Okay. Okay, part 1 is actually an obligatory question where it is a must for you to answer this part. Okay, it is just like your PT3 essay question. Okay, the first question in your essay paper. So it carries 20 marks, and your task is to write a short response in about 80 words to an informal message. Okay. Okay, now let us analyze the question together. Okay, to begin with, after we have identified the scenarios, okay, which are, as you can see in the slide, there are two scenarios. Okay, the first scenario is where you receive an email from your new friend, okay, who is Betty, who has just moved to your hometown. Okay, so the school, another scenario is the school holiday has started, okay, and you are going to have a picnic with your classmates. Okay, so we need to know what we have to write. Okay, so here, after you have identified the scenarios, okay, that I have mentioned just now, okay, you are going to look at your task. Okay, where can you find the task? Okay, it is below the question. Okay, in the email itself or in the message itself. Okay, so here the task is answering the questions on. Okay, so there are 3 questions here. Okay, what is the first question? Yes, the first question is, where shall we go? Okay, that means you have to give the place, okay, that you will go for a picnic. And then what can we do there? So this will be about the activities that you will explain in your email. Okay, and the last question is, what should we bring? Okay, so these are the things that you should bring to your picnic place with your classmates. So these are the 2 scenarios and the tasks. Okay, there are 3 tasks, remember? Okay, now let us move on to the next one. Okay, now, okay, students, it is good for you to plan on what to write. Okay, so here I've give a tip for you. Okay, when you want to write your email, okay, what you can do is you have to remember this. So what is that? Okay, gimmies. You must remember gimmies. So what does gimmies stand for? Okay, so give here, I will explain the steps in writing an email to a friend. Okay, so I give an acronym of gimmies, where G stands for greeting. Okay, greeting. So your first step is you have to write a greeting. Okay, so what you normally write for greeting, you can write either hi or hello. So this is an informal everything because you are writing an email to your friend. Okay. Okay. Step number 2, okay, is your introduction. So I name it as I. Okay. So I stands for introduction. So for example, you can ask your friend, how are you? How are things? How is it going? It's good to hear from you. Okay, so these are the sample of introduction that you can use in your introduction, okay, in your email to your friend. So for this introduction, it must be friendly openings, okay, or useful phrases, okay, for your introduction. Okay, the third step, okay, which is MI here stands for main ideas. Okay, main ideas. So where do you get all the main ideas from? Okay, so the main ideas are from the 3 questions. Remember just now in the question we have 3 questions. Okay, where shall we go? What can we do there? And what should we bring? So these are the main ideas that you have to answer in your email. Okay, these are answering all the WH question. Okay, so in these main ideas, okay, you have to be consistent in using a friendly tone, okay, and also informal register. Okay, so for example, you can use simple connectors, okay, and cohesive devices. Okay, simple connectors are like and, or, but, and so. And also you have to remember to have cohesive devices in your email. Okay, this is very important. We will look at this in detail in the next slide. Okay, okay, moving on to step number 4, which is the ending, E. So E stands for ending. So what do you write for ending? Okay, so you can write back soon and tell me all about it. Okay, or you can also write bye or bye for now. See you soon. That's all for now. All right, soon. So these are the sample of ending that you can use, okay, for your email. And you must make sure that all these are friendly endings. Okay. Lastly, the last step, which is step number 5, is your signature, which is S. So S stands for signature. Okay, so you can write your name or and your name must be readable. Make sure when you write when you sign your name, it can be read. Okay, it can be read. Okay, so these are the 5 steps. Okay, when you want to plan on writing your email. So remember, gimmies. Okay, remember gimmies. Okay, next question. Next slide. Okay, this is the marking assessment for part 1. Okay, so what are the assessment? Okay, there are 4 elements in this part 1, okay, that will be evaluated by the examiners. Okay, so the first element is content. Okay, so content, the full mark is 5. Okay, and then followed by communicative achievement, okay, which is also 5 marks, and then organization, also 5 marks, and language, okay, which is also 5. So the total marks for this part is 20 marks. Okay, so each element is the full mark for each element is 5. Okay, so we will look at the detail of this in the next slide. Okay, okay, now, okay, these are some tips. Okay, some tips for scoring good marks in each element. So this is very important. Okay, so you have to maybe jot down something in your notebook. Okay, so we have again we have 4 elements. Remember just now: content, communicative achievement, organization, and language. So what are we looking at for content? Okay, look at content. Okay, the first one is you must make sure to get 5 marks. You must write all the relevant content, okay, in the task. Remember, you have to answer all the 3 questions just now. So make sure you answer all the 3 questions here so that you can get a 5 mark for your content. That means your task is being fulfilled. Okay, so you write an email to a friend and answer all the questions in the task. Okay. Okay, and then the next one is on communicative achievement. Okay. Okay, for communicative achievement, you must use the correct format. So what is the format here? Yes, writing an email to a friend. So you must use the correct format. And also the correct tone and register. Tone here means friendly tone. Okay. And then the register means when you want to start your paragraph, okay, for each paragraph, you must have a, state phrase, okay, that I will show you an example later, okay. Okay, and then in this communicative achievement, also you have to, like just now from the 3 questions, you have to give, you have to suggest a place, okay, that you will go for a picnic with your classmates, okay. So you have to suggest a place, okay, and then you have to give the activities that you can do during the picnic, okay, at the picnic place, and what are the things that you need to bring, okay. So these are the things that you have to write in your email, okay, and all this must be explained in a friendly tone, okay, using informal registers. Okay, now we go to organization. So in organization, you have to remember to use, okay, linkers and also cohesive devices to link your ideas, okay. That means your email must be coherent, okay. So the linkers are the high frequency vocabulary such as the words and, but, or, so, and basic phrasal items like because, first of all, finally, and etc. So these are linkers, okay. And okay, remember, okay, again, you have to also write cohesive or use cohesive devices in your email, okay. So what are the cohesive devices? Okay, words are, okay, like moreover, okay, furthermore, okay, it may appear, okay, as a result, other than that, and etc. So these are the cohesive devices. So what is the difference between linkers and cohesive devices? So cohesive devices are sophisticated linking words and phrases. Okay, so we need to have that. You need to write that, okay, in your email. Okay. Okay, now for language. Okay, for language, okay, you should be able to use basic vocabulary, okay, which is relevant to the topic. So like, for example, you are talking about going for a picnic. So make sure the words, okay, that you use is related to the picnic. Okay. Okay, and then use simple grammatical forms with a good degree of control. Okay, so let's say you still make errors, but your the meaning can still be determined. Okay, although you have a few errors, but meaning is still there. Okay, so this is under language. Okay, so remember we have content, communicative achievement, organization, and language. These are the 4 elements that we will look into when we assess your email. Okay, for part 1. Okay. Okay, here is a sample email. Okay, remember just now what is the tip that I told you? Okay, remember gimmies. So what does gimmies stand for? Okay, G for greeting. Okay, so here you see on the first line, okay, you will write the recipient email, okay, that is to your friend betty@coolmail.com, then followed by the subject. Okay, so what is the subject here? Let's go for a picnic. So you can write any subject that relates to a picnic. Okay, then after that, start with your greeting. Okay, the first G. Okay, greeting. So hi Betty. So you can just write hi Betty or hello Betty. Then followed by the introduction. Okay, by the introduction. Okay, where you write how are things. Okay, it's good to hear from you. So these are the sample of these are the introduction that you can use in your email. Okay. And for email, you are allowed to use contractions, okay, a short form, because this is informal, okay. So you are allowed to use short form or contractions. Okay, moving on to the next line, okay, is the main idea, which is MI, okay. MI stands for main ideas. So what are the main ideas? Okay, number one, main idea number one is where we answer the first question in the task just now, remember, about a place, okay. So I know the right place for our picnic. Okay, so that is your starting sentence for that paragraph. Okay, so I suggest we go to Batu Ferringhi Beach in Penang. So you have already answered the first task, which is a place to go for a picnic. Okay, so that is your main idea one. Okay, the next line, okay, which is MI2, that is main idea number two. Two here mean the second question. Okay, so activities. Okay, so what are the activities here? We can build sand castles as the beach is a suitable place for it. Okay, so that's how you start your paragraph. Okay, furthermore, okay, we can indulge in jet skiing or watch the sunset just like we always do. So the word furthermore here is the cohesive device. Okay, cohesive device. Okay, so we have already mentioned the activities that you can do. Okay, which are jet skiing and watching the sunset. Okay, okay, and then the next line. Okay, these are answering the third question, which is what are the things that you should bring for your picnic. Okay, so this will be MI3, main idea number 3. Okay, things to bring. Okay, for example, it's better to bring along extra clothes and a mat as well in case we need those. Okay, so you mention about what are the things that you should bring, okay, for a picnic. Then the next line, moreover, okay, so another cohesive device. Moreover, tell others to bring some food and snacks too because it's quite expensive there. Okay, so these are the extra things that you should bring, which is food and snacks. Okay, then you give your reason why, because it's quite expensive to buy there. Okay, then continue. We have, I'm thinking of asking Kim and Tina to join us. So this is another extra information that you provide, okay, for your email. Then the more the merrier, right? So you, if you can see here, they have given you the friendly tone, okay, friendly tone on what are the things to bring. Everything that you describe, that you explain, are in the friendly tone. Okay, so that is your MI3. Okay, okay. Then finally is your E. What is E? Yes, E is your ending. So what do you write for ending? Write back soon and let me know of any updates. Okay, so that is your ending, and bye for now. Okay, so that is your E. And lastly is your signature. You can just write your name, okay, and then that will be your S, which is your signature. Okay, okay. So these are the sample email. Okay, now let us continue.
Teacher, can we have one
Okay.
question?
Yes, yes. Before we move on to the next part, I can open maybe to one or two questions from the
Okay.
viewers.
It's from Nur An Umila Inshira. Can we exceed 80 sentences in email?
Yes, you can exceed, but not up to 100 over. Okay, because you need to have uh time to write for the other two parts. Okay, you have three parts, right? Okay, so the reason is we don't want you to waste your time on the first part and then you don't have time to write for the other two parts. Okay, so that's why we ask you to write at least 80 words. If you want to add more, maybe up to 100 words. Okay,
Okay, I think that's for. We can continue.
okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, now let us take a look at part 2. Okay, so what is part 2? Okay, part 2 is guided writing essay. Okay, guided writing essay. Guided means you are given some guides. Okay, maybe some notes. Okay, so here you are required to write an essay. Okay. Okay, similar to part 1, this is also question. You have to question. You have to choose. Okay, there's no choices for you to choose. So it means you have to answer this part. So it also carries the same 20 marks. Okay, it also carries the same 20 marks. Okay, and the number of words. Okay, here you can write longer, which is 125 to 150 words. Okay, okay, based on a text stimulus. Okay, that means you will be given a text, okay, as your stimulus. Okay, that will be the part 2 question. Okay. Okay, this is a part 2 sample question. We are going to analyze the sample question. Okay, so here, okay, what is the question? Yes, the question is, okay, your class has been discussing how they spend their money, and your teacher, okay, has asked you to talk about it, okay, about what you spend your money on. Okay, your teacher has asked you to write an essay about what you would spend your money on. Okay, so that is your scenario, okay, how you spend your money. And the 3 main ideas, okay, below that question you are given, okay, the main ideas, okay, which you need to cover. So what are the main ideas? Let's take a look at each one. Okay, the first main idea is in your essay, you should write about what you would like to buy. Okay, so you have to write what you want to buy. Okay, and then reasons for your choice. Okay, why do you want to buy that item? Okay, and then the third one is, where do you usually buy these items or these things? So these are the 3 main ideas from the questions. Okay, so remember, first is your scenario or your situation, and then you go to your main ideas, what you need to cover, and last one is your task. So what are your tasks? Okay, here, your tasks are to write an essay using all the notes and give reasons for your point of view. Okay, give your opinions about your why you want to buy the items, okay, and all the reasons. Okay, so this is the sample part 2 questions. Okay, okay, now, okay, here again I'll give you some guidelines on how you can plan your essay. So again, just now in email, what do we write for email just now in part 1? Gimmies. Now for part 2, you have to remember, or you can remember, T and C. So what is T and C? Okay, T stands for topic. So that means in your first paragraph, okay, in your paragraph 1, you need to introduce the topic. I mean, you need to introduce about the topic of money and its importance. Okay, that will be your first paragraph. You have to introduce the topic. Okay, I'll show you the example later. Okay, and then in paragraph 2, okay, you have to describe what you like to buy. So I name it as N1. What does N stands for? N stands for note. Okay, note 1 means note number 1 from your question just now. Okay, so you have to describe what you like to buy and its details here in paragraph 2. Okay, and then in paragraph 3, okay, what do you do in paragraph 3? Yes, you have to give a few reasons why you want to buy the item. So we put it as N2. So and again note 2 means note number 2. So for note 2, you have to give a few reasons why you want to buy the item. Okay, and then paragraph 4. Okay, in paragraph 4, you have to describe the place you usually buy the above item. Okay, so you have to describe the place, and then this will be in paragraph 4. So we name it as N3. So we have N1, N2, and N3. Okay, so all the notes just now. Okay, and then the last paragraph, which is paragraph 5. Okay, you can conclude your essay, okay, by restating how you spend your money. Okay, and also a concluding sentence. So this will be your conclusion. So this is your C. C stands for conclusion. So T, again, for topic, you have to introduce the topic. If you have other topic, they have to introduce the same topic. Okay, it's not just about money. Maybe you get another topic or other topic, then you have to introduce that topic, okay, in the first paragraph. And then N, okay, you have N1, N2, N3. So you have to describe all the notes, okay, in each paragraph. So one note is in one paragraph, okay. So each note is described in one paragraph, okay. And lastly, paragraph 5 is your conclusion. Okay, so this is your essay. How you plan your essay, remember, T and C. Okay, next. Okay,
Teacher, can
okay,
we have
just
one
like
question?
yes, sure, yes.
Santia Grace, she asked, we cannot write more than 5 paragraphs, teacher.
Yes, you can. That is just my basic, okay, basic essay writing. You should have at least 5 paragraphs. If you want to write more, you can. But remember, it's only 125 to 150 words. Okay, do not go
More than
beyond
that.
that too much. More than that too much, because as again, it is only 1 hour and 30 minutes. You have to remember that. Okay, you have three essays to write, and it's only 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, because this year is not only about whether you can write, whether you have to. It is on what you need to answer the requirement of the task. Okay, it's not that you what you can write, but you must remember to answer the requirement of the task. Okay, this is
So
very
Haikal is
important.
asking if I write just 3 paragraphs.
Yes. That means paragraph 1, 2, and 3. So paragraph 1, you write the topic. Okay, that means you will put everything in a second. I would not recommend that. Okay, try to break one note or one point into one paragraph. Okay, can see the
Okay,
sample
alright.
essay in your textbooks. Okay, how they plan your paragraph. Okay, so each paragraph is not that long, but you have to have like very systematic way of explaining your notes. Okay, so they can see how you elaborate the notes given. Okay, okay, okay. Is there any more question?
I think we can continue.
Okay, so shall we
Alright.
continue?
Yes.
Okay, now let's look at part 2. Okay, this is the marking assessment for part 2. Okay, again, the same marks of 20 for each element. But here, our expectation is a bit higher. Okay, we want to see a slightly longer essay. Okay, and also slightly sophisticated essay here. Okay, so as you move on from part 1 to part 3, so your expectation is a little bit different. Okay, okay, continue. Okay, again, these are some tips. Okay, for scoring good marks in each element. Okay, more or less like part 1, but not the same. Okay, so let's take a look at it together. Okay, look at the content now. Okay, content again, fulfillment of task requirement. Okay, that means you have to make sure you fulfill the task. Okay, if you can write but you don't fulfill the task, you may not get 5 marks. So this is very important. Okay, for this year, okay, the new format. Okay, you have to make sure that you fulfill the task requirement. Okay, then you can get 5. Okay, and then what is the requirement here? You have to write an essay. Okay, and answer all the 3 questions in the task. Okay, so that is your first element, which is content. So if you can do that, if you write the essay with the correct format and you answer all the 3 questions in the task, then you can get 5 for your content. Yes, okay. Okay, next, the second element, which is the communicative achievement. Okay. Okay, you must use the correct format, which is writing an essay. Okay, register for each paragraph. Before you start, you must have a introduction, okay, to each paragraph. Okay, and also the tone. Okay, so here the tone is an essay, not a friendly tone anymore. Okay, and you cannot use the contraction here. Okay, it's not an email, it is an essay. Okay, then you also need to introduce the topic, which is money, plus own ideas and reasons. Okay, plus own ideas and reason. Okay, so that will be your communicative achievement. Okay, next is organization. So organization is where you have to focus. Okay, each paragraph focuses on a separate idea. Okay, so this is what I told just now. So you have to like separate. Okay, each paragraph focus on a separate idea. That's why I ask you to write at least 5 paragraphs. Okay, or more. Okay. Okay, and then a variety of cohesive devices. Okay, just now in part 1, if you remember, we just have to have the cohesive devices. Now, we need to have the presence of a variety of cohesive devices to link ideas. Okay, so for example, the words like therefore, moreover, okay, other than that, in addition, furthermore, and etc. Okay, so you need to make sure you have these cohesive devices in your essay. Okay, now for language. Okay, again, language, you have to make sure you use the appropriate words, okay, for an essay. Okay, appropriate use of some less common words. Okay, that means less common words mean the word that we do not use not everyday use. Okay, it's not an everyday used words. Okay, so that means if it's talk about money, so make sure the word that you use, that you describe, that you want to use to describe about money is appropriate, okay, to the topic. So less common words. Okay, and then simple and some complex structures. Okay, simple and some complex structures. Okay, mean you have to have like a simple structure or compound structure or complex structure, or the use of references, okay, pronoun references, and so on. Okay, and also errors, okay, for grammar, errors do not impede meaning. That means if you do make errors, that the sentence can still make meaning and it is not impede. Okay, it's not impede. The meaning is not impede, and we can still determine the meaning. Okay, so that is what meant by errors do not impede meaning. Okay. Okay, now let us take a look at the sample essay. Okay, sample essay on how you would spend your money. Okay. Okay, so again, remember when you want to write an essay, what are the clues? Okay, remember T and C. So T stand for topic, N stand for notes, and C for conclusion. So what? Okay, the first paragraph. So you have to introduce the topic. Okay, which is money. Okay, and then you also need to write the importance of money. Okay, so if you can see from the sample essay there, many people say money is not important in life. I beg to differ. So you give your opinion, you do not agree. Okay, to me, money is important to buy our necessity to survive in this challenging world. Okay, without money, we cannot continue our daily routine life. With money, we can buy a lot of things, okay, like food, clothes, and books. So that is your introduction, okay, or your introduction to the topic of money. Okay, okay. Now for the second paragraph, okay, Okay, second paragraph is, remember, N1, which is note 1. Okay, so for note 1, you have to explain about the second note. About the first note, which is on what is the second note about? Yes, okay. You are going to write about what you want to buy with the money. Okay, so to begin with, so that is your introduction to the paragraph. This is your register. This is what we mean by a register. To begin with, okay, if I have money, I would like to buy a laptop or a tablet, depending on the amount of money I have. Okay, so this is your note 1. Okay, and then, however, I never thought of buying a laptop until I saw my friend with her brand new laptop during our group presentation at school. So you write the cohesive device here. So the cohesive device here is the word however. Okay, the word however. Okay, so it has been on my wish list since then. Now, with online learning, having a laptop is a blessing. Okay, so you relate to the current situation, okay, of having a laptop, why you need it so much. Okay, so you explain here in your second paragraph for your first note. Okay, the third paragraph, which is on note 2, okay, that is the reasons why you want to buy a laptop. Okay, so you are going to explain in details what are the reasons, okay, for buying a laptop. Okay, so here says the task asks you to write a few reasons, so you have to write more than one. Okay, more than one reason. Okay, so one of the reasons for buying a laptop is the storage capacity, where I can store more files compared to my smartphone. Okay, to my smartphone. Okay, in addition, okay, so that is your cohesive device. Okay, in addition, I can comfortably do my homework and assignment on a laptop than a smartphone with a bigger screen. So you give the reason here why you want to have a laptop, because you can have a bigger screen. Okay, so you give your reason. Okay, and the best part is you can get a laptop at cheaper price. Okay, why you can get a cheaper price? As the demand for it is more now to accommodate a home-based learning. So whatever point you give, you must give your reason, your point of view. Okay, so you state that you want to buy a laptop because it's cheaper. Okay, why it is cheaper? Because now a lot of people are buying, okay, laptop, okay, to be used for their home-based learning. So that is your reason for buying a laptop. Okay, so that is your paragraph 3, which is on note number 2. Okay, and 2. Okay, moving on to the next paragraph, which is paragraph 4. So remember, paragraph 4, you are describing about note number 3. So what is note number 3? Okay, note number 3 is on where do you buy? Where do you usually buy the item? Okay, so you can state, I usually buy gadgets at PH and Co or electrical shops like Banwat or Sankyu. Okay, you can just name a few shops. Okay, so why you buy at that place? Okay, because they offer reasonable prices with lots of vouchers. Okay, plus excellent after sale service. Okay, so that is your reason for buying at those shops. Okay, okay, moreover, okay, again, this is your cohesive device. Moreover, I rarely bought gadgets, okay, online through Shopee or Lazada because I have doubts about their warranty periods, plus the extra shipping charges that may be incurred. So that is your note 3. Okay, and lastly is your conclusion, which is the C. So what do you write for C? Okay, to sum up, okay, or in conclusion, I would rather spend my money on an important thing like a laptop with the fact that it can help me in my studies and for my future. So you give your reasons, okay, or you restate your opinion, why you want to do with your money. Okay, as the saying goes, a wise person should have money in their head but not in their heart. Okay, so that is your concluding sentence, which is your C. Okay, so that is a sample essay on how you would spend your money on. Okay, okay, I think I have come to the end of my presentation for this first 2 parts. Okay, so before I end my presentation, just want to share this quote with you. Okay, to succeed, you have to do something and be very bad at it for a while. Okay, you have to look back before you can look really good. So this is taken from Barbara De Angelis. Okay, so I think with that, that's all from me. Okay, thank you for your attention. Okay, so if there is any questions, maybe we can have one or two questions from the
Oh.
viewers.
Okay, maybe we take one from Alia Farzana.
Okay.
Teacher, if we put idioms or proverbs in our writing, does it considered as one word or will it still be counted by the words?
It will be counted as the number of words. Okay, I mean, what you see is what you get. That means one word. If there is three, then we count it as three. Okay.
Okay. And many are asking whether is it possible to use slang in email, I think.
Slang for informal email. Maybe you can use, no, but not too many because we do not encourage you to use slang.
Better not, right?
But yeah, but for informal, maybe you can. But for essay, part 2, part 3, try not to. Okay.
Okay, all right. So we
Okay.
continue with
Yes.
Teacher Mohana.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So thank you so much,
Okay, over to
Teacher
you, sir.
Zarina. All right.
Thank you, Puan Zarina. Hello, everyone. I am Mohana, and I'm from
Okay, good.
Lumpur.
All right. Can we say
Cikgu Nadia,
hi?
can you see my slide?
Yes, got it.
Yes. Okay.
coming up
So
with,
I will thank you, Cikgu Nadia.
Okay, welcome.
All right. So I will continue from here. I'm going to do part 3. Yeah. If you see, Puan Zarina has discussed short communicative message and guided writing, and I will be discussing extended writing. Now, I have been following your chat while Puan Zarina was explaining part 1 and part 2. So if you see, there are a few things that I would like to address here. Just an extension of what Puan Zarina has explained. Now, concerning number of words, okay, do not bother much about number of words. Try to keep the number of words given in part 1, which is about 80 words, part 2, 125 to 150 words, and part 3, 200 to 250 words. What the examiners will be looking at would be the quality of your writing. And the quality of your writing does not mean putting in a lot of bombastic words. You know, I see a lot of you are asking about bombastic words. Okay, we don't call it bombastic words per se, we call it apt vocabulary. Okay, I think somebody corrected that in the chat box, right? Okay, so how much like idioms or proverbs that can be used? You know, you don't have to necessarily use an idiom or proverb if it is not related. If you are going to dump in apt vocabulary or those difficult words, I saw somebody just now shared a list of vocabulary, a list of difficult words. If you are just going to dump in all these words, most likely you're not going to get your marks. Okay, keep that in mind. You're not going to get your marks just because for using difficult words. What the examiners will be looking would be the quality of your writing. What they want is they want to see not the length of your essay, but they want to see within the 200 to 250 words or 125 to 150 words, what is the quality of your writing in terms of your sentence structure? Okay, usage of organization of your essay, using the best vocabulary that suits for that particular essay. These are the things that the examiners will be looking into. So please take heed to this. Okay, and the best guide that you can have at for this point of time is not any reference book. Okay, reference books can be your a support book, to a support. Please refer to your textbooks, okay, your English download textbook, which has given you the proper structure. And from there, you can extend your ideas deeper. All right. Now, so for today's part, I'm sharing with you a little bit on extended writing. So when it comes to extended writing, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share with you a little bit about the format. Not much into the format. I'm just going to look into sentence structures. I'm going to teach you how to build sentences. and then we are going to look at examples of paragraphs, and also a little bit of do and don'ts. And if we have time, I will share with you one complete article. All right. So extended writing, if you see article, report, review were given in the sample exam task sheet that was given last year. Okay, and also narrative, okay, and letter, formal and informal, and we also have opinion, discursive, and argumentative essays. Okay, these are examples of extended writing that may be tested in your SPM, and these are taken based on your full blast textbook and your English download textbook, and these are all the essays that we have been discussing in classroom. Okay, I'm sure you have at least discussed until unit 8 or unit 7 in your with your teachers based on the full English download textbook if you are a Form 5 student, right? Now, let us look at what is the most important thing when you write an essay. When you are looking at writing into an article, a report, a review, first you need to know the structure. And to build a proper structure, you need to know how to put in a topic sentence and supporting idea in your essay. You see, when you're writing an article, when you're writing an opinion-based essay, and just like what Puan Zarina explained, a guided writing, okay, topic sentence and supporting idea is important because you are arranging your idea based on paragraph by paragraph. So it's important for you to understand how to write topic sentence and supporting idea. First, what is a topic sentence? A topic sentence should help to identify the main idea or the main point in a paragraph, meaning to say, what are you trying to address in that particular paragraph? That is very important. You know, you don't beat around the bushes until the person who is reading your essay do not know what you are trying to explain there. So to put your essay into a proper organization, having a topic sentence and supporting idea is very important. Okay, when considering the options, look for a topic sentence that is general enough to show the paragraph's main idea instead of just one of its details. And a good topic sentence is concise, no longer than the idea requires, and it stresses on the importance of keywords of that particular issue. And each topic sentence in an essay should only be focused on one idea or point, and this will make the composition more organized. Okay, this is one way to keep your essay organized. Okay, let me share with you a few examples, yeah? Okay, now look at these examples here. Okay, the bold sentences are examples of the topic sentences. First, being a lawyer has its own sets of challenges. Okay, first, lawyers have to study all their lives to keep themselves updated on the cases and laws. Secondly, the job is very demanding as lawyers often have to work long hours researching the cases. Moreover, it is also stressful as lawyers have to deal with difficult clients at times. So if you see here, my main idea in that particular paragraph here is explaining that the lawyers have their own sets of challenges, and I extend that idea in the further in the other sentences on the same paragraph. Now, this gives the reader an idea what that paragraph is going to be about. So you are advised when you are writing your essay, be it an article, opinion-based essay, or a discursive essay, or an argumentative essay, it is important for you to introduce your topic sentence, most likely the first sentence of the paragraph, so that the reader would have an idea what you are trying to explain in that particular paragraph. Okay, this would help you with the organization of the essay, would keep your essay more organized so that your ideas would not be everywhere, distorted. And it also can help you to gain marks for organizations. Like Puan Zarina just now shared the format with you. You have marks for your language, organization, communicative achievement. Okay, so this would help you in the organization part. Next, okay, look at the second example. The second example, having a social media page has certainly got its own advantages. So when you look at this sentence, it shows to you advantages. Okay, it explains about advantages. So meaning to say, if you read this paragraph, you would definitely know, okay, in this paragraph, he's going to write about advantages. Okay, firstly, it keeps us updated with all the current news without us having to wait to watch the news. Next, we can keep in touch with our family and friends more often. All right, these are examples. Yeah, it can be extended further. All right, so if you're writing 5 paragraphs, meaning to say you have one introduction and one conclusion, okay, and in between then you have 3 paragraphs here. So in each of the 3 paragraphs, you need to have a topic sentence, meaning to say if you are writing about advantages and disadvantages of team sport. So meaning to say one paragraph, you have to start with advantages. Another paragraph, you have to start with disadvantages. And another one, you can either choose advantages or disadvantages. It's up to you. So meaning to say, you introduce your ideas using this topic sentence, using a topic sentence, right? Now, the next example. On the other hand, having a cat as a pet has its own disadvantages. To start with, it can be very expensive as cat food and visit to the vet can be costly. Moreover, having a cat can also be very tiring. For example, you need to give it constant care and also need to clean your house more often to remove its fur. This is another example. All right. Now, so this is about topic sentence and supporting idea. Now, usage of linkers. Okay, a little bit about linkers. Now, when you are using linkers, it's very important. Yeah, linkers also have. Okay, now being exposed time and again to products which one cannot afford causes frustration and dissatisfaction. Moreover, not all parents are in a position to afford the products which their children can see on television. Now, usage of linkers is very important, particularly when you are writing essays. When it comes to extended writing, when you're writing article, you want to put an what I would say extended idea of a certain issue, okay, or you want to support another issue with one issue. Now, please learn to understand the use of linkers. Do not use. I have seen students using linkers like and then. Okay, and I have also seen students using after that, you know, repeating the same linkers. Okay, try to use a variety of linkers. Now, you do not need to go and buy a specific or a specific reference book to learn about linkers, because your textbook, has, if you see, you have your word banks. Okay, in every unit you have your word bank, and there are lists of word banks given to you in every unit. Take note of those linkers, okay, and those are to help you to develop the idea for better. Okay, look at the second one. Living in the village can be more beneficial than living in the city, despite having the difficulty to get things that are easily available in the city. Okay, next. Not only can dogs prove to be good companion, but they also teach children to be responsible from young age. Now, linkers here can be used in various ways. It's not only about and then, it's not only about besides, after that, furthermore. Okay, you can actually use it in different ways. You can use it in creative ways to look your sentence look matured. Okay, now keep in mind that when you're writing extended writing for part 3 for writing tasks, you are required, your level of writing is required to be a level higher compared to part 2 and part 1. So try to, I'm not talking about bombastic words or big vocabulary here. I'm trying to explain to you, when you write the structure of your sentence need to be a little, I'm not extended lah. Okay, sorry, not extended, but it needs to be a little further mature compared to part 2 or part 1. Okay, yeah, accidentally said la. All right. Okay, and now look at the last one. Traveling by public transportation requires one to pay a minimal fare. Moreover, you do not need to think of finding parking space and spending exorbitant amount on petrol. In short, taking public transportation is economical. Now, you see, I did not use a very big word here. I just used the word exorbitant. Okay, and exorbitant can go into group of apt vocabulary for B2 level. Okay, for B2 level. So exorbitant can go into that. I think exorbitant is higher than a B2 level, but it can fit in here. Okay, so second, linkers. Now, first I have discussed with you examples of topic sentence. Okay, And then I've discussed with you linkers here, okay, very briefly. Now, let us look at tenses. Now, have you mastered the tenses? That's my question here. Because tenses are very important. I'm not going to do grammar lesson, but I'm going to show to you how tenses are very important in every part of your essays. And if you look on the screen, the tenses that I'm sharing on the screen are the tenses that you should have learned from Unit 1 until Unit 6, if I'm not mistaken, Unit 1 until Unit 6, in your English download textbook. If you have really understood the use of all these tenses in writing, then you would definitely would have no problem in developing your writing skills. Now, what I mean by understanding the tenses is not just meaning to say, when I ask you what is past simple, all of you can explain to me. Past simple is writing something about past. Present simple present is something about talking about present, and future is talking about something that's going to happen in the future. Now everyone can explain that, okay? Even my cousin who is like 11 years old can explain that. Now, but the most important thing here is, how do you use them in your essay? When do you use them? Where do you use them? And for which type of essay, what are the tenses that you need to use? Okay, so if you see the tenses, I've put them in a category here. If you see, I have a group of past tense, present tense, and future tense. Okay, now if you see, different genres of essay requires you to write different genres, use different sets of tenses. For example, if you are writing a story, and the instruction has set to be in the past, most likely you should use the past simple, past perfect, past continuous, and past perfect continuous, with the exception of some simple present tense coming in. Now, for example, you look at this sentence. Okay, you look at this paragraph. Okay, now you tell me, what type of essay is this based on this paragraph? I was surprised and baffled at the tone. Who was she to appear out of the blue and confront me like that? Jim was a popular and likable guy in college. We were friends. That was all. I replied to Janet in this manner. We are not dating, and anyway, if we are, it's none of your business. I was really riled up at her bad manners, especially so when we were close friends before. Now, what type of essay is this? Is this a narrative? Is this an article? Or is it a report? Or is it an opinion-based essay? Yes, all right.
Can anybody try?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat on the YouTube channel. So can anyone tell me what type of essay is this? Is this a report, a story, a narrative? Yes, thank you. This is narrative. Now, if you see narrative here, okay, what are the tenses that I have used here? What are the tenses that I have used here? If you notice the underlined phrases or sentences. Okay, everybody's putting their narrative. Thank you. Okay, now my second question, what are the tenses used here? Yes, okay, the first person to answer is Raja Irfan, okay, past tense. Right, thank you, Raja Irfan, and then Mira Pedrosa. All right, thank you. Now, but if you see the sentence that I have highlighted, okay, that the sentence that I have highlighted, we are not dating, and anyway, if we are, it's none of your business. This is a direct speech, okay, this is a direct speech, and when you put direct speech in a story, okay, so you put it in simple present tense. Now, so if you see, when you are writing a story that is set in the past, most likely your sentences should be developed in past tense, right? Now let us look at another example. Okay, so this is from an essay that I wrote based on your English download textbook, page 66 here. There is a sample essay there, but this is an extended one that I wrote for my students. Now let us look at this paragraph. Secondly, the banning of plastic bags would also reduce the harm they cause to wildlife and marine life. Plastic bags are often mistaken for food by animals, birds, and marine life. The consumed plastic congests the digestive tracts of these animals and lead to health issues such as infections or death by suffocation. The most heartbreaking part of this is that the affected animals are not aware they eat something that will make them feel miserable and will slowly kill them. By banning plastic bags, we may at least reduce the misery caused to these animals due to improper disposal of plastic bags. Okay, now, this is another example of an essay. Okay, this is another example of an essay. Now, if you see in this paragraph is different compared to the earlier one. This one is narrative. Okay, and this one is a opinion-based essay. If you look at your page 66 of your English download textbook, okay, page 66. Okay, so you have to write, this is an essay asking you to write about some countries are now banning plastic bags in shops. Is this good or bad thing for shoppers? So you have to decide whether it's good or bad. So I'm here in support of banning the plastic bags. Okay, so if you see the sentence that I have put in blue, which I have highlighted in blue, okay, that is my topic sentence. And the rest are my supporting ideas to my topic sentence. Now, if you look at this paragraph, what is the tense that I have used for this? Okay, and many of you, I'm sure you could identify that I have used simple present tense. Now, is there any use of past tense here? No. Okay, there is no use of past tense here. Now, that is why it is important for you to understand these tenses. Not just understand them, but using them in your essays, because tenses play a major role in developing your writing skill. When you write your essay, if you want your essay to be understood well, if you don't want your sentences to be distorted, the very most important thing would be your tenses, which would contribute to developing proper structure of your essay. Now, let us look at another one, and that would also contribute to your mark. Now, if you are asking me, sir, I'm very weak in English, how am I supposed to improve in writing my essay? Can I write a longer essay so that I can get more marks? No matter how long your essay is, if you're going to make the same grammatical errors in every paragraph, you're not going to get a very good score. No matter your essay is 250 or 350 words, your score is going to remain the same, because the tenses, okay, contribute to, if you do not write proper sentence because of, if your sentence is distorted because of your grammar, then marks would be definitely reduced. Right, now let us look at the next one. Any questions so far? No, huh? All right. Okay, now let us look at the next one. One of the advantages of being a celebrity is that you get preferential treatment wherever you go. Be it a restaurant or shopping mall, you will be given the advantage of being the most preferred customer, as your presence adds value to their premises. Other than that, being a celebrity also opens the door of other opportunities and income. Popular brands such as Gucci and Prada may want you to endorse their products when your popularity increases. Okay, so this is another example of a paragraph which is developed using simple present tense. Okay, and if you see the sentence that I've bold or highlighted in blue, that is the topic sentence of the particular paragraph. Now, so if you see, okay, these are 3 different paragraphs that I've shared with you so far. Okay, giving you examples of how to develop your paragraph, provided you use the right sentence structure, with, of course, with regards to the correct usage of grammar. The grammar is the most important thing. Now, if you want to develop your grammar skills, you don't have to go anywhere. Go and read your full English download textbook, the grammar parts again, and try to construct sentences, develop your sentences based on that. And if you are reading the sample essays in your textbook as well, please focus on how the sentences are developed using particular tenses. All right? Okay, next I'm going to share with you, we have about 15 minutes, I think. So I'm going to share with you one example of a complete essay. Okay, and for this session, I have chosen an article. Now, these are some tips of some tips on writing an article. Okay, first, make sure you have understood the content that you are required to write. Okay, make sure you understand the question. Second, list down all the information that you know and read them to ensure you have understood the requirements. Next, think of an eye-catching title for your article, as the title will be the deciding factor for readers to decide whether or not to read the article. That is for general readers. So for in your case, if you're writing for SPM, the SPM marker would be your deciding factor whether your article is interesting or not. You have to make your first paragraph as interesting as possible, as it will be the deciding factor. And then you may include questions now and then in your article to make readers think. Okay, you may include questions, yeah? And avoid using high-frequency words such as nice, good, beautiful, and bad. Instead, try replacing them with some low-frequency words, but make sure they are not bombastic. Okay, bombastic means it's a big word, but there's less meaning there. All right, so do not try those kind of words. And you may use direct speech in some parts. Okay, there's a typo there, some parts of your article. And illustrate your opinion by giving good examples. Okay, your supporting ideas can also be good examples rather than making statements one after another. And your length of sentences, you can create shorter sentences and longer sentences. And try to create a picture in your writing so that the reader would be able to see the place or a person you're describing through their mind's eye. Now, okay, so this is the task. Okay, articles needed. Ways to improve your spoken English. What are the ways to improve spoken English? What should students do to improve their spoken English? Okay, write us an article answering these questions. The best article will be displayed on the school magazine. All right, so you are required to write an article. So this is the introduction. Okay. The English language is a common language that is used by people around the world to communicate with one another, and the ability to speak it well will open many doors of opportunities for your education, career, and social life. Improving your spoken English is not difficult. There are several ways that you can try. Okay, so here I'm giving a clear picture in my first paragraph what I am about to write. Okay, what I am about to write here. Okay, so that is your first paragraph is very important for you to put in the main detail of your essay. What is the main idea of your essay? So here, my essay is going to be about improving your spoken English. So this is the idea that I'm going to extend in all my paragraphs. So make sure you have this in your first paragraph. Okay? Okay, next one. My second paragraph. One of the ways you can improve your spoken English is by watching English language programs on television and emulate the speakers and practice repeatedly what you have listened. With this, you will be able to pronounce the words correctly. Okay, this is first example. All right, the first example. Okay, now I have given the first way, watching English language programs on television, and I have extended the idea here. All right, the next one. Okay, and one of the most entertaining ways to improve your speaking skills is to learn the words of your favorite songs. Sing along whenever you hear them, and you will get used to the language sooner than expected. Second way is to learn the words from your favorite song. Okay, another idea in another paragraph. Okay, and the next one, be confident and speak English as much as possible, and do not be shy to make mistakes. The more you practice, the better you will become, and you will notice the improvement drastically. Okay, now when you're writing article or opinion-based essays, don't beat around the bushes, go straight into the point. What do you call that? You want to extend the elaboration? Yes. Okay, and as much as possible, stick to the idea that you are elaborating. For example, in the body paragraph, I'm talking about be confident and speak English as much as possible, meaning to say I'm bringing in the idea of confidence in speaking English. Okay, I'm not putting it separately, confident and speaking English. So that is why you need to stick to the idea. Okay, speak in English confidently and develop only that part in one paragraph. Then if you have another idea, go to the next paragraph. So body paragraph 4, you may also improve your spoken English with the aid of your smartphone. Try to record your own speech and listen to it to know how your English sounds to other people. This can be a great way for you to improve, there's a typo there, for you to improve your pronunciation and enunciation. Okay, so this is another way of putting it. Okay, so what I have put here, the same idea. If you see, this is to help everyone here. I did not use many app vocabulary because I'm sure there are different level of students here. So what I'm showing here is I'm giving you a picture of how you can develop your paragraph for an article. Okay, so if you see here, this is my body paragraph 1. I have developed the paragraph in the same style where I have the main idea and the main idea is extended. Okay, and finally, I'm going to the conclusion. All in all, it is not difficult to become an eloquent speaker. All you have to do is practice constantly and try out all the aforementioned tips, and you will find yourself improving. So keep practicing and remember that practice makes perfect. Okay, so if this is a completed example of a paragraph, okay, of an essay. So what I have put here is, okay, if you see, in terms of tenses, I've used simple present tense throughout the essay. Okay, I have used throughout the essay, and because I did not describe anything from the past. Okay, so there is a question, do we need to stick to the format? Are we penalized if we do not follow the format? Okay, this is from Mati Alagi. Okay, Mati Alagi, okay, just to answer your question. If you are asked to write an article on how to improve your spoken English, and you write a narrative of how you are teaching your friend to speak English, definitely there are two different essays, right? Okay, so if that is what you mean, so definitely there would be part where marks will be deducted. Okay, you have to understand. If you are writing a formal letter, so make sure you follow the the formal letter format. If you are writing an article, you just follow the format of an article. And why do you want to stick to the format? It is very easy to remember the format. So do not run away from the format. Follow the format as much as you can. It's not as much, you must follow the format. If it's an article, you have to write an article. If you're writing advantages and disadvantages, you have to follow the idea of how do you write advantages and disadvantages. And if you're writing a discursive or if you're writing an argumentative, so you have to follow that style. And here I have shared with you an article. Okay, so so far, any questions? Any more questions?
I don't see any for now.
Okay,
Let
no
me see.
questions. Okay, can I continue because I have another one?
What are the example of low frequency words?
Low frequency words. Now, what are the replacement words that you can use for beautiful? For example, if you say beautiful, it was beautiful. There are so many other ways to say beautiful, amazing, okay, marvelous. Okay, what else? Okay, that is what I mean, low frequency word. Low frequency word, words that are not used very frequently. High frequency word, for example, beautiful. That word has been used very frequently, but have been used by many people. Used in very what they call very often being used. So that is what I mean by high frequency words. So try to find a replacement word for words like beautiful, nice. You know, you say nice when you have nothing to say. So try to improve the word nice to something better, right? Okay, any other questions? Or can I go to another essay? Can ya? All right, so we have another essay I would like to share here.
Yeah, we can continue. Okay.
Okay. Now, this is another story. Okay, next I'm going to share with you a story so that you can see a difference between two genres. Okay, earlier I've shared with you article, which is like very much closer to opinion-based essays, discursive, and the ideas that I've shared for article, you can also use those ideas to do guided writing. Okay, so now story, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Okay, your teacher has asked you to write a story for a short story competition. The story must have the title, A Friend in Need is a Friend Indeed. Your story should include a description of a friend and then how the friend had helped you. Okay, write your story. Okay, so if you are talking about story, okay, now when you're writing narrative, okay, you need to have a lot of descriptive words. Okay, you need to have a lot of descriptive words. You need to have a lot of expressions. Okay, yes, vocabulary comes in a lot, but not bombastic words. Go and try to find what is the meaning of bombastic. Then you know why I say no bombastic words. Okay, now these are the things that you can include. Okay, you can include actions. Okay, you can include dialogues. Okay, you can add similes. Okay, so these are some examples that I'm sharing here, but I'm not going to go through this because we don't have much time. Now let us look at the first paragraph. The vibration of the mobile phone startled Kenneth, who was doing his chemistry homework. Reaching for the phone, it was the frequent caller, his friend Jackson. However, Jackson's frantic voice surprised Kenneth. Okay, so if you see, when you're writing a narrative, it goes into a totally different genre, and you can see a lot of descriptive words here. Ken, you have to come here right now. Only you can help me to get out of this. Okay, exclamation. Even before Kenneth asked what happened, the phone had been slammed down. Okay, I didn't say put down, slammed down, meaning to say I'm using the right vocabulary here, apt vocabulary. Okay, Kenneth rushed to Jackson's house, which was a stone's throw away. When he reached the house, Jackson was waiting for him anxiously. Bruno is gone, Jackson shouted. Okay, so if you see this essay, the first few parts here, the first two paragraphs here, okay, I have used descriptive words, and then I have used an idiom here, stone's throw away, and I've also put direct speech here for a narrative, right? So if you are writing a narrative, meaning to say, of course, you need to have this kind of organization, okay? Narrative, when it involves a few people. Okay, so that is the important thing. You need to have your direct speech idea here to bring a variety into your narrative. Kenneth finally understood why Jackson had called him over. Bruno was his father's Siberian husky, which he loved so much. It is a dog with slight grayish black and white fur. Grayish black and white fur. Sorry, it's not with fur, white fur. Kenneth knew that Jackson's father would be furious when he found out about this after his return from his business trip. Now, if you look at this, I have, if you see the whole part of this essay has been used, have used past tense, past perfect, and past continuous. If you notice the different forms of tenses. Everyone in the family knew that Jackson hated dogs, specifically hated Bruno for all the love that is being showered upon it by the entire family. So even if he justifies that it ran away by accident, no one would believe this. So by hook or crook, he had to find the dog, or else he may have to face his father's wrath. Okay, there's one question. Will students be penalized if they do not write down the title for narrative? Okay, if you are required to give a title for the story, then you have to give a title. Okay, so I hope I've answered your question. Next, Kenneth decided to help Jackson. They cycled all around the neighborhood looking for Bruno. Their rescue operation lasted the whole day, and it was worthless as Bruno was nowhere to be found. They were dejected and was about to give up when they heard a barking sound from a nearby dumpster. Bruno was rummaging the rubbish in the dumpster. Kenneth and Jackson picked the stinking Bruno and brought it home. They gave it a warm bath and fed it with its usual meal. When Jackson's father reached home, he was not suspicious of anything. Jackson thanked Kenneth profusely for helping him to find Bruno. Kenneth is indeed a friend in need. Okay, so that is an example of an essay when we look at a narrative here. Okay, we are looking at a narrative here. Now, if you see, this essay is different from article. Okay, and this essay has a lot of add vocabulary. Now, so you need to have an idea. If you are writing narratives, If you're writing narrative, you need to have the right vocabulary. You need to be descriptive. Okay, you need to have descriptive ideas, and at the same time, try not to write your story. I know many students, when they write narrative, they write as much as they can. They even exceed like up to 400 to 500 words. Don't. Okay, now if you see here, this story I have developed in about 5 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 5 paragraphs. Okay, yeah, 6 paragraphs. Okay, let's say I've developed it in 6 paragraphs. So you can do that as well. Okay, it's not. It doesn't mean that when you write a short essay, your essay would be like given a less mark. It depends on how you express your idea. That's what I've been saying right from the beginning. Expressing your idea is very important. How you express for article, how you express for an opinion-based essay, or when you're writing a story, or when you're writing a review. Okay, so there are different ways of putting it. And when you're writing a review, it is slightly different from an article. When you're writing a review, you're not writing an article. So we do not have time to go through the reviews. Okay, so for today, I have shared with you a few things. First, I have shared with you on how to develop your topic sentence, how to create paragraphs, and then next I've shared with you the use of linkers in your essays. Then I've shared with you one example of a complete article and a complete story or a complete narrative. Now, I think that is all from me. Any question?
Okay, any questions from anyone? If you have any questions, just write them at the comment box. Since we have like 3 more minutes, so either one will answer them, either Teacher Mohana or Teacher Zarina. Okay, I think everyone is clear. Everybody says no. So this video will be saved. You can play back anytime. So don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So there are 2 YouTube channels here. Majlis Guru Cemerlang Kuala Lumpur and also Majlis Guru Cemerlang Malaysia. So
Cikgu Nadia,
whenever
I
you
think there's
feel
one
like it's
question here. Sorry, Cikgu Nadia, there's one
okay.
question here.
Yeah, which one? Is it Cassandra?
Somebody said, even if student write bombastic word in an essay, but if the word are used correctly, is it still correct? And it will also be nice to read if it is used correctly. Yes, if you are using it correctly, then there's no problem there. If you are using it correctly, then there's no problem there. There shouldn't be a problem. Okay, the issue here is a lot of students, they try to use bombastic word and they use wrongly. Do you agree with me, Cikgu Zarina?
On your
I
mic,
think
teacher?
Cikgu Zarina, you're muted.
Yes, I think you have to make sure when you use bombastic word is appropriate to the topic
Yes,
and relates
it's
to the topic.
appropriate.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. If you can use, go ahead. We don't want to stop you from using all good words. Okay.
Okay, one more from Cassandra. Do we need to prepare essay about movie or book review?
Don't do this. Don't go and memorize essay. Then then you won't learn anything at the end of the day. Don't memorize essays. Don't. When you say prepare an essay about a movie or book review, I know what you have in your mind. Don't go and memorize essays. Okay. Prepare yourself. Practice, because you are when you practice, it comes with you lifelong. It comes with you lifelong. When, for example, when you get married and you have children in future, your daughter or your son asks you how to write a book review, you have learned it at school, so you can teach your children. Learn the skill. Don't go and memorize essays. Learn how to write a book review. Learn how to write a movie review. Okay? Am I right, Cikgu Zarina?
Yes, we're right. That that is very common. Students, they like to memorize, they like to prepare an essay beforehand and then they will just use it. But I think it's not very proper. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, one from Pani Malar. If our writing exceeds more than the word limit, will the marks be deducted?
I think Puan Zarina and I, we have answered this question more than so many times. Okay, Tani
They are
Mala,
so
one last
concerned
time.
about the number of words. Okay.
We are telling this one last time. Okay, marks will not be deducted in exceed number of words, but you have to remember, you only have 1 hour, 30 minutes. And in that 1
Yes.
hour, 30 minutes, you have to write 3 essays. And the first essay is 80 words
80
essay.
words.
And that one you can finish in 80 words with 3 simple questions. The question you have to ask your friend whether you want to go for picnic or not. So how long your essay is supposed to be? Are you going to write a long paragraph telling where you want to go? You can just suggest your friend we can go to Lumpur for picnic. That's it. You don't have to
Yes.
describe how beautiful Lumpur is. You don't have to describe how far Lumpur is from Ipoh. Okay, so don't worry about number of words. Just stick to the number of words given. If it exceeds like 10 or 20 words, it doesn't matter. But as what I say, the quality of your essay is the most important thing. If you write 250 words with excellent structure, excellent grammar, correct sentences, then you'll get a full marks. If you write 300 words, but all your sentences are wrong, most likely you won't even make half of the marks, right? I think that's all from me. Thank you, Marina. You want to add to what I said?
No, I think what you have explained is very clear. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we can wrap up. So thank you so
Yes.
much, Teacher Mohana. Thank you so much, Teacher Zarina. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said, if it's too fast for you, you can just replay it. Okay, no worries. So before we end, can we do one more song? Since you are all fighting for SM, okay, let's do this together.
So we
It's
sing
fight
together,
song.
is it? Okay, just now I didn't sing.
Yes,
We didn't
all
hear
together. Okay,
the
just
audio,
the
the
chorus part.
sound.
Okay, can you hear?
No.
Yeah, I have the lyric with me.
Okay,
Okay.
we try to in
Yeah, I have
English
the
word.
lyric, but the music
Okay.
is not really loud. Can you
Okay,
make
never
it
mind.
louder?
Never mind, we
You can
sing
just
with
follow
you.
me. Okay.
Okay.
This
She's lagging.
I think she's lagging, yeah.
Hello, is she there? Are we left in the live all on our own? Okay, let me check if there's any other questions on our
Okay.
YouTube channel while waiting for
Yeah, for her to come in to join us again.
Yes. Okay, any questions? Yes, okay. So we have, go through the full blast and download the samples in the download textbook, and then you can extend the ideas from there. Okay, can you give tips to get a lot of bombastic words? Okay, I'm not going to give you tips on getting bombastic words, but how to improve your vocabulary for writing. So what you can do is go and get samplers, okay, other samplers, probably last year's sample essays. You can read those essays. I think those essays are still quite relevant as well for the new format. You can try to learn the new words from there and try to write on your own. That's one way of improving your vocabulary for writing. Okay, it's not just memorizing a set of words and then vomiting it up. You see, it's about getting used to use those app words in writing, right, Cikgu Zarina?
Yes, that's correct.
Raja Nadia is back. Okay.
I think she's still not there yet.
Awkward. All right. Okay, what if my essay idea is good, lot of grammar mistakes, what I still can get a decent mark? Okay, okay, this is from Nugget Pickles. Okay, Nugget Pickles, don't worry, you still have time. You don't have to worry about your grammar mistakes. You still have time to improve your grammar mistake. So what you can do now is try to work on your grammar mistake and don't rely on an idea of thinking, okay, I make a lot of grammar mistake. How much I can get from here? You don't stop there. Try to improve your grammatical errors in your essays first. Okay,
Okay,
when
back.
you construct sentences. Okay, Cikgu, can we sing now?
Okay, can. But you cannot see my face.
Okay, let me just finish with this girl. So let me just finish with this girl.
Okay,
Okay,
can.
so don't worry
Which girl,
about
which
your
girl?
grammar mistake. Don't worry about your grammar mistake. Work on it. You still have time. Your SPM is like next year, March. So you still have time to
Oh,
improve your
nuggets.
grammatical errors.
Nuggets and
Yeah,
pickles, is it?
so
Okay.
yeah, so you still have time. So work on it. Go and look at your, as I said, Unit 1 to Unit 5 English download textbook. You have all the grammar tasks there that is important for your writing skills. Go and work on it. Make sure you understand and try to construct your own sentences from there so that you know how to write proper sentences. You still have time for it. So work on it. Don't worry. Don't think about getting scores with your grammatical errors. Try to reduce your grammatical errors. Okay?
You
Yeah.
know, we had 1.5 hours and people are still asking when is the next class. Oh my god.
They don't have
Aiyo.
enough, I think.
Aiyo. Okay, we will try to organize. Don't worry. Okay, we will try to
Okay.
organize another session. So, like just follow what all the advice given from Teacher Mohana, Teacher Zarina. Okay, just make sure you read a lot. Okay, what doesn't matter,
Yes.
storybooks, newspaper, as long as you read, just
True,
read. Even you can
true.
even
Read a
Google
lot.
stories.
True.
Yes, correct. Okay, so we want to do the song again.
Yes.
Yes, please.
I'm prepared. Just now I missed because you were singing the song. I didn't know what to do. Now I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, can you?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Okay.
Okay, everybody sing together. Okay. Together. Okay, one time. 1, 2, 3. This is my
This is my
fight
fight
song.
song.
Take back my
Take back my
life
life
song.
song.
Provide more
Prove I'm
right
alright song.
song.
Oh, okay.
My power is
I will
turn on.
stand on.
Starting right
Starting
now,
right
I'll
now, I'll
be
be
strong.
strong.
I play
I
my
play my
fight
fight
song.
song.
And I don't
And
really
I don't
care
really
if
care if
nobody
nobody
else
else
believes
believes.
me. Cause I
'Cause
still
I
got
still
a lot
got
of
a
fight
lot of
left
fun
in
left in
me.
me.
So let's do this. Let's all fight together for your SPM. Good luck, everybody. Thank you so much, Teacher Mohana and Teacher Zarina. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Okay. See you very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much and
Bye.
bye-bye.